We were at home, the whole family. When I speak about home, it's a very big house, like a Turkish inn, the kind of the house. 5 families, 6 families lived there. We did not know, we did not expect the pogrom to happen. We heard many things, but when we heard the first neighbors shouting and asking for help, the whole family, you can hear the voices. That was so horrible. They needed help, they couldn't have it. And they were slaughtered there in their houses. And all of a sudden you hear in our neighborhood, this Tatran, we could hear them during the night, the first night of the pogrom, and the next day too. So we made from our house a kind of fortification. We closed the doors and we put some chairs and many other things that they can't get through. The wife of my uncle, the brother of my mother, she was about to, she had a baby, which she delivered him some week ago or something like that, very, infant. And my uncle was really mad about that. What's going on? The pogrom is on the way, and we are in the middle of the neighborhood in which the pogrom took place. Not only there, also elsewhere, but we were subjected in this pogrom. So my mother was a very intelligent woman, and she was the leader in the house actually after my grandpa. My grandpa at the time, he died 1940. So my mother was in the house and she took the leadership. She went out of the house and she met a policeman there. She took some money and told him, look, we need help from God and from you. I am giving you this money for you to protect us in need, when we need you. He said, no problem, I'm here. How long are you going to stay? He said, until midnight. How about after midnight? He said, well, if you pay me enough, I'll stay. Anyway, the first night, we passed the first night without having the terrorists coming home. They were nearby, but they did not come to our house. The next day, our neighbors were attacked. We saw them from our house with their knives and some other instruments attacking the house, breaking the doors of the house. And it's not less than 1 minute they could jump from their house to come to our house. We ran to the police. We found him outside. And we told him to come and to fire some 2 or 3 shots in order that they know there is fire here. There are guns here. You can't come. And he came come up to the first, the second floor of the house. The house had three stores, and when some the men were there beside him, shoot. He said, wait. Every bullet would cost you dinar. Dinar or half a dinar, I don't remember. I wrote that in my book, and which was a big amount at the time. We started a kind of stupid negotiation with him. He would not fire without knowing how much he is going to get. We came to a conclusion. Okay, so there was some compromise, and he took the rifle, stood like a Ottoman soldier, and he shot the bullet in the air. He shot it 3 times or 4 times, and they heard, the terrorists did hear the shots, and they knew, here, don't come, because they have gun, and this is the most important thing. They didn't come, actually. But I have an aunt, she was with us. She is a kind of Hasidic woman. She is a religious one. She is a believer. She doesn't know reading or writing. None of the family, the women, they were not sent to the school. This was the atmosphere in Iraq. If this is the case with the Jews, this is the case with the Muslims, of course, too. So she was there, but she learned by heart some blessings and something from the Torah and from her father. And she said, look, did you see this policeman who came to shoot here from our balcony? I said, yeah. He said, you know, he would not leave the house if I didn't read that blessing and that blessing and that blessing. What happened is that we locked the women into in the basement, and the door was open, and when he came, he could see them. And his eyes were there. This is what she says. He didn't want to look. He said, well, look, I'm going to protect you here. My mother came to him and told him, look, if you protect us here, nobody outside will know there is a protector inside. You should be outside. And my aunt, Hanini, this is her name, she said, I started to quote from the Torah, this and this and this verses. So he came from upstairs to the courtyard, and he stood there looking at the woman. And I continued to read until I came to the verse which says, "Lahatil alehem emata vefahad." This is the verse. And then he moved from there. It means that I tried to frighten them. And so he was afraid, and he left the house. And during the second day, this was the second day, the shouting in the neighborhood from all the neighbors continued, and it stopped something about afternoon, 4 o'clock or something like that.